France began its colonization of Algeria in the 1830s, and it only ended in the early 1960s after a brutal war of independence. Even to this day, the 130-year period marked by mass killings and large-scale deportations remains a point of tension between the two countries. Algeria says 1.5 million people were killed. However, French historians put the number at closer to 400,000. And while President Emmanuel Macron previously acknowledged the colonization as a crime against humanity, he has failed to issue a formal state apology. Algerian lawmakers have now passed a law declaring French colonial rule a crime. The text lists crimes including nuclear tests, extrajudicial killings, and physical and psychological torture.
We have the political will to condemn French colonization for the indescribable crimes it committed against the Algerian people during the French occupation of Algeria, and to tell France and the French state to bear the responsibility for the crimes committed by colonial France against the Algerian people.
The legislature also formally demands an apology and compensations from Paris.
Regarding the law criminalizing colonization, we will demand reparations in the future for the resources that were looted and plundered from Algeria.
The diplomatic rift between both sides has been widening. Last year, France officially backed Moroccan sovereignty over the disputed Western Saharan region. Algeria, however, supports the pro-independence Polisario Front. In April, Algeria expelled a dozen French diplomats following the arrest of an Algerian consular official by French authorities. Sophia Shimechero, CGTN.
We're joined by Professor Zaynab El Bernoussi, Professor of Political Science and Global Studies at the University of Sharjah, joining us from Madrid in Spain. Professor El Bernoussi, welcome to Africa Live. What is the significance of Algeria's move, which some say is largely symbolic?
It is more than symbolic because it actually also acts as a form of support to a peremptory norm, and peremptory norms are a basis of international law. So things like slavery, genocide, invasion of land, so colonialism are widely accepted as unacceptable, as an assault on the international society, so international law. But the problem with often international law and its peremptory norms is that they are not really enforceable. So the idea is that we expect states, different international actors to contain themselves, right, to act in the right way, but sometimes we also need laws. So in that sense, having such a law is a way to support maybe future actions when it's needed. And we have seen that forms of colonialism are not just a matter of the past. We had of course the Ukraine-Russia case. We have the new yellow line in Palestine. So there are these examples. So it could yield also to more sort of containment in terms of actions of international actors, so here notably states.
Now, relations between Algeria and France are no doubt at an all-time low. How can they be resolved?
So indeed, it is the case, and there have been these also items that worsened the relations. So you've noted also the French support to the Moroccan claim on Western Sahara recently, which was also a major and a notable sort of a new era in the relation between the country France and its former colonies, Morocco and Algeria, meaning that France used to keep a balance in terms of trying not to support either party, and this has been a break with that sort of French tradition. And in that sense, it is understandable to see this sort of deterioration of the French-Algerian relations. So in that sense, in the interest of getting out of this almost deadlock, improving the relations, there is here an opportunity for France to respond to quite a legitimate call, but actually not just Algeria, but by many countries that have been colonized, to have more of a frank discussion and also actions regarding reparations, including an apology. And this is really also meaningful to make our past an agent of improving our present. So this is important. And also for in the case of France, to also tone down its hostile tone, not only against Algeria, but in many cases, as we have seen over almost the past year, over a number of West African countries.